Hey there, comic book friends. This is Travis, and this is a segment that right now I don't have anything really witty to call it, but I got some stuff in the mail today, and kind of wanted to show with you guys. The one thing about comics collecting that I've really never ventured into is going back and buying really old back issues of comics. Now I pick up back issues every once in a while, but nothing that's not 80s or later. Basically, I've never ventured into the let's find a classic run or something and see if we can collect it all. Not that I haven't wanted, an entire run of something. It would be awesome to have, an entire run of the old Batman or Detective Comic or, that sort of thing. I've been watching a lot of your guys' videos, and I decided, this is a part of collecting comic books I never ventured into, but I really wanted to. I'm watching, some of your guys' videos and talking with you a couple times on some podcast stuff, and I thought, about time I jump into that. And I started looking at some of the stuff, like Ghost Critic. Seems like he collects a lot of like old Fantastic Four and stuff like that, and Captain Cummings is looking at Avengers, and I know that Bromstar, I'm killing his name here because I know it's not just Bromstar, but I don't have my notes with me right now. He's got a lot of old comics that he's collecting and whatnot, and it just really kind of wetted my whistle for what could I put out? What could I collect that would be interesting, but not competing with what everybody else is trying to get? Because I don't want to compete with anybody else. And I'll tell you, this is for me. I've collected comics for a lot of years, but it's just the stuff like I said, as a whole, just the stuff I've bought, not hunted down. Old comics. Now I have some old comics in my collection. I picked up as yard sales when I was a little kid. Not anything I've actively pursued going after. So I decided, what would I like? Hummed and hawed for a little bit, and I think what I'm going to do is, I'll show you the books I picked up. I picked up some Silver Age books and stuff, some books from the mid '60s that just kind of caught my eye or I had an interest in. I know I was going to say, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought today. Been a long day at work. What I was going to say is I don't have an eBay account. I'm not signed up to a bunch of other places that auctions and sell comics. I don't sell my own comics, and I've always kind of avoided those places for fear of getting the collecting bug and then not being able to stop. I've kind of set myself a budget of how much I'm going to spend at any one time or any one month, so I don't go crazy and try and get the things I want to collect, like tomorrow. I've done some looking around and whatnot to see what kind of prices things are and stuff. And I'm going to see what kind of deals I can get. I'm going to go on that adventure. I don't have a lot of comic book stores around where I'm at. There are some 100 plus miles away from where I'm at are really the closest real comic book shops that actually have old comics in them and whatnot. So I'll be venturing to those places here soon, and I'll get back to you guys on how that's going and whatnot. When I start hitting these conventions, I will actually dive into the long boxes, which I've always kind of avoided up until this point, and see what that is. Anyway, this is what I got today in the mail. I had to rush home to get it because I saw on my tracking that I got these books from Fearless Readers. I've talked about them before. They do sell some Silver Age comic books. I bought some Silver Age comic books from this time. I've shipped to them before in the past, and I've had really great luck with the books they've sent me before. So I figured if I was going to start, this would be a relatively safe place to start where I could kind of get an idea of what I was spending my money on. Anyway, some of the books I picked up. I have some old Brave and the Bolds anyway, so I picked up some more of those just because I think the Brave and the Bolds are fun. The first one I have here is Brave and the Bold, and this is issue number 47. Brave and the Bold, Strange Sports. And I think at about this time they actually ran quite a few strange, let's see if I get the glare off that, Strange Sports issues. Not that I'm necessarily interested in reading about sports and whatnot, but it looked fun. This is from the very early 60s, I believe. I always love these old covers, featuring the Phantom Prize Fighter, and then the special that's in it, The Saga of the Secret Sportsman, an astonishing story of 30th century Earth when all sports were outlawed. Dun dun dun. Not that I'm really into sports that much, but it looked like it might be fun. So I picked that up. I also picked up a couple more Brave and the Bold. This is Brave and the Bold with the Atom there laying across the cannon. Atom stretched across the barrel. They're going to get blown up. I haven't actually read this one yet. I did read through the last one a little bit. This is issue number 77. Batman and the Atom. So thunders the Cannoneer. Cannoneer, is that a regular hero? Is he around now? My DC knowledge is failing me on whether or not that guy still operates around. He almost looks like the Bulleteer, quite frankly. Or he looks like the guy from was it the Tick? Did the Tick have a guy kind of like that where he put himself in the cannon and shoot himself, and that's all you ever saw of him was him flying across the screen or whatever, and occasionally smashing into something. Anyway, haven't actually looked at this one yet. Andrew and Espinotti. The one thing I don't like about these old books, a lot of these old books, is it doesn't actually tell you who did the work. So if you don't actually know who these people are, you can't recognize their art, there's no way for me to credit an artist to go, oh, this is, who did that or whatever. That's one thing I like about these older comics. I picked up this Brave and the Bold because, like I said, I kind of like the Brave and the Bold. I have some of the old Brave and the Bold. I love this one because it's got the Black Canary. And I love this cover. It's Batman and Black Canary. It looks like they wiped out on Black Canary's motorcycle. And, guy with the guns walking away. You are entering Gotham. Welcome to Fun City. I don't remember ever Gotham being considered Fun City. Unless, of course, maybe you're the Joker. But that's not the Joker that's in it. Joker's not in this one. This is issue number 19. Anyway, love the cover. At some point I'll find out who the artist is for that. Hopefully. Because it's kind of cool. Anyway, another comic, when I was browsing through stuff that I decided I had to pick up, my dad, born in 1941 or so, not a comic book fan, grew up on a farm and whatnot. Not real keen on me as a kid when I was collecting comics, as hardcore as I was. I mean, fine when I was a little kid, I'd read the occasional comic, but once it became something I really spent my money on, I don't know, I think he thought I probably could spend my money someplace different. Anyway, I don't know. Anyway, he always talked about Lash Relu comic book. Oh, that's what I spent my money on. He would tell me that he would go to the store and he'd buy one comic book at a time because they were 10 cents. If he bought two comic books at a time, they tacked on some tax, like 1 or 2 cents worth of tax. And my dad, even at the age, 8 or whatever, was so frugal that he would only buy one comic book at a time because he didn't want to lose that extra penny or 2 pennies, because of course that would add to another comic book or a piece of candy or something else down the road if you didn't spend that on it. Anyway, found issue number 70 of Lash LaRue, King of the Bullwhip. This is a Western comic, so I had to pick one up just to see what it was like. This little sticker on here isn't actually on the book. It's actually on the bag to tell me it's issue, to tell them it's issue number 70. There he is whipping his whip out and popping the gun out of the guy's hand. I've read through most of this. It's kind of corny. It's fun. This is a Charlatan publication. It's kind of cool. The art's not bad for the style that it is and whatnot. It was fun. I'm glad to have this. I can't wait to haul it over to my parents' house so I can show my dad the book. I don't doubt I'll pick up any more. But it was fun. It was fun to get it and actually see something that I've been hearing my dad talk about for the past, 30-some years. So that was pretty cool. I was pretty excited about picking that up. All of these books, they have wrinkles and folds, and they're not like mint condition or anything. Now this one actually has a fold going clear across. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you can definitely see it when you're looking at it and whatnot. But for me, it's not as much about the dollar value. Ooh, look, I got this issue. It's worth this much money, as getting to read the story and I'm going to be interested in it. I mean, I guess at some point I'll be more concerned about that or whatnot. But, to tell you the truth, I don't plan on ever selling my collection. Maybe Ethan or somebody else in my family will if I die. they may decide they want to sell it. I don't think Ethan would, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, some of the books I picked up because that amused me. I always liked DC Showcase. It was around in like the late mid '80s, I think, a little bit, and I picked up some issues then. So I saw this one that was there. This is issue number 58 of Showcase. DC Showcase presents, and this is Enemy Ace. Haven't actually opened this one up to actually take a look at it yet and whatnot. Von Hammer up here and up there. And it says here, you are invited to a duel to the death between Rittensheimer Von Hammer and the One-Eyed Cat in The Hunters and the Hunted. The most sensational sky battle of World War I. Attend at your own risk. I mean, this guy's actually getting blown out of the plane. Anyway, look kind of cool. Might be kind of fun. I'll open up and see what's inside there and whatnot. I know later years actually superhero comics and whatnot with this. Anyway, those are just some books I picked up. Not anything that I necessarily want to complete this, because I don't think I could ever imagine to complete some of those things and whatnot. Brave and Bold around way too long and whatnot. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll keep my outfields and whatnot. Books I think I'm going to try to pick up the run of. First one's going to be, I always liked the modern day House of Mystery. It just ended not really that long ago. And I decided, I found another issue of the classic version of it. I thought, well, you know what? This might be cool to pick up. So we'll see how many issues of House of Mystery, because I like kind of weird things anyway. And this is the first issue I pick up, so it's the first starting of my collection of the classic House of Mystery. This is issue number 154, just to give you an idea how many issues there potentially are. You know what? I haven't even looked up to tell you how many other issues there are. And this is House of Mystery, like I said, 154. There it is. And it is startling, sinister. It's The Phantom of the Carnival. It's one of the stories that's in here, because of course there's like 3 or 4 stories in here. One of the things that attracted my eye about this one, besides the giant purple demon on it, where it says, "Stop, don't shoot. Can't you hear me? Can't you see me? I'm trapped in here. A prisoner of the purple demon." And the purple demon, he just looks great, doesn't he? Oh, look at that. Look at that guy. He's awesome. Looks like somebody I'd want to hang out with. Anyway, what really attracted my eye to this is this astounding. The Martian Manhunter battles his evil, distorted image. The Mirror Martian Manhunter. So it's got a Manhunter story in it. Pretty cool. This is late mid-60s book, anyway. Yeah, it's got folds on it and whatnot. Fold across the corner here, so it's not like it's in mint condition. I'm going to make $1 million off of it kind of thing. But I think it's pretty cool. I like kind of weird, wacky stories. I thought this would be one of the things I might attempt to pick up. House of Mystery. See what I can collect out there in the dusty, dark bins and stuff like that. Anyway, and the other thing I'm going to seriously, this is definitely the thing that I'm going to be collecting. I'll be actively looking for it and whatnot. This is Doom Patrol. Always loved Doom Patrol. Doom Patrol's one of my favorite things. I've got a little bit of it. Well, now I have at least one of every volume of Doom Patrol is out here. This is Doom Patrol number 109. Here it is, Doom Patrol, the fight you never expected to see. And it's got Mento and Larry Negative Man punching at each other, and Reed over here is yelling at them, "Steve, Larry, stop that stupid scrapping." Meander's breaking free. That's what the here. It says, "The DP returns from the dead, but for how long when they must face Mandred the Executioner?" Bum, bum, bum. I love these old titles and old covers and whatnot. Now, my understanding is Doom Patrol actually was started out in My Greatest Adventures, issue 86 or something like that. So I'll be pursuing that because that's the first one that they actually appear in. I may actually see if I can go back and get all of the My Greatest Adventure. My understanding is My Greatest Adventure started out as being a story that was written in first person. Basically, each issue was somebody telling a story about, wow, this is something crazy that happened to me kind of a thing. And then Doom Patrol ended up being Doom Patrol in My Greatest Adventure. Went that way into like the 90s, I think, and then it went to being its own title, Doom Patrol. So this is my book. This is the book I'm going to slowly see if I can get a full run of the classic thing. Whatnot. We'll see how it goes. I mean, if anybody's got any tips, any suggestions as to how to make my life easier as far as shopping for this kind of stuff and whatnot. What are the pitfalls? Places to look, places not to look. Give me some suggestions. I would appreciate it. Like I said, this is the part of collecting comics that's new to me. I know a lot about comics. I read about comics, and I have my own collection. I read a lot of comics, so I have a big comic collection, but not a lot of old stuff. At some point here, sooner than later, I'm going to start doing some videos, like Ghost Critic. That's the person I know that does most of them, where you just show off your collection. Pick a letter from the alphabet. I think he's going through A through Z, and just show all the stuff that's in your collection. That may interest some of you. Maybe it doesn't interest some of you. I get a kick out of it because I love seeing what other people are collecting, because somebody always has something in their collection that I've never seen or heard of, and it always makes me curious what it is and what it's about and whatnot. All right, thanks for watching this, and we'll see where this adventure takes me. Okay, have a good one.